Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back to online classes of Iqra Hufaz by secondary schools and colleges, our project of Iqra education system. Dear brothers, in the last video lecture we discussed about the answers to the test on narration, and today in this video session I will be discussing with you people the answers to the test on active and passive voice. So starting from the first sentence, the king gave him a reward. The answer to this question is, he was given a reward by the king. As you can see, the king gave him a reward is a sentence from past simple. So when we convert this sentence into passive voice, we use was as the helping verb of the passive voice, and we use past participle form of gave like given. Sentence number 2, whom does he look for? As you can see, this is an interrogative sentence and a WH question. A WH word always remains same whether in active voice or in passive voice. So we will use WH word at the beginning, and who is looked for by him is the correct option number C. Because whom does he look for is a sentence from present simple. So we are using is as the auxiliary verb and looked as the past participle form of look. Sentence number 3, I saw him leaving the house. As you can see, I saw him leaving the house. This sentence is from past simple, and the main elements of sentence we should consider in order to convert the sentence into passive voice are I, subject, saw, verb, him, object. So I saw him should be converted into passive voice. Leaving the house should remain same as an additional information. I saw him, he was seen in past simple. He was seen leaving the house by me. So D is the correct option for this. Sentence number 4, who gave you permission to enter? Again, this is an interrogative sentence and a WH question. So WH word will remain same at the beginning. By whom were you given permission to enter? As you can see, who gave you permission? Who gave you permission is a sentence from past simple. So we are using were as an auxiliary verb at the beginning, after by whom, and before the subject you. By whom were you given permission to enter? So option number A is correct. Sentence number 5, look at the poll results. Do they inspire hope? There are two sentences in this one sentence. Number 1, look at the poll results, and number 2, do they inspire hope? You people have to consider both sentences. If both of the sentences can be converted into passive voice, you will do so. If any one of these two sentences can be converted into passive voice, then you will convert only one sentence. So in this case, in the sentence, look at the poll results, do they inspire hope? I believe that both sentences can be converted into passive voice. So option number B is correct. As you can see, look at the poll results. This is an imperative sentence, and an imperative sentence is converted into passive voice with the word let. Poll results, the poll results will come at the beginning after let the poll results, and then we use be as an auxiliary verb in imperative sentence for the passive voice, and looked at as the past participle form of verb. And do they inspire hope? This is an interrogative sentence from present simple. So we use is at the beginning before hope. Is hope inspired by them? In question mark. Sentence number 6. They first sun dried the garbage for 1 to 3 days to bring down the moisture level. As when conducting the test, I told you people that a bigger sentence like this one should not be considered as whole, but only the first 3 elements, subject, verb and object. So when we see they first sun dried the garbage, they as subject, sun dried as verb, the garbage as an object. For 1 to 3 days to bring down the moisture level is an additional information, and it will remain same after the passive construction. So when we convert they first sun dried the garbage into passive voice, the garbage was first sun dried. This is the passive construction of these three elements. By them may come at the end. So option number A is correct here. The garbage was first sun dried for 1 to 3 days to bring down the moisture level. You can use by them, and you can also omit by them. This is optional. As I told you when instructing the rules for passive voice, that we can use by plus object, which means agent, and we can also leave it out. It is not mandatory, it's not important to use agent all the time in passive sentences. Sentence number 7. They will ask you a lot of questions at the interview. They will ask you. This is the sentence from future simple, and we only use will be instead of will in passive voice, and you comes at the beginning. You can see in option number C, which is the correct option, you will be asked a lot of questions at the interview. Then sentence number 8. The thief climbed over the wall without being seen. Without being seen is additional information and will come as it is. The main sentence to be converted into passive voice is the thief climbed over the wall. So the correct option for this sentence is option number D. The wall was climbed over by the thief without being seen. Sentence number 9. The principal kept the staff members waiting. Waiting is an additional word, and the main elements of the sentence are the principal, subject, kept, verb, the staff members, object. So if you convert these three elements of sentence into passive voice and use waiting in the end, you can construct a passive sentence easily. The staff members were kept. When we say the principal kept the staff member, this is past simple. So when we are converting into passive voice, we are using were as the auxiliary verb in past simple sentence and kept in its past participle form. The staff members were kept waiting by the principal. Sentence number 10. Do you understand what I mean? Do you understand what I mean is an interrogative sentence of present simple, and do and understand are the verbs. You is a subject, and what I mean is the object phrase of the sentence. So if you separate these three, you as subject, understand as verb, and what I mean as object. So you will use what I mean at the beginning of the sentence. If you remember the cross technique I told you, object comes at the position of subject and subject goes to the position of object. This is called cross technique. So what I mean comes first at the beginning of the sentence, and then we use helping verb, but as this is an interrogative sentence, we use helping verb at the beginning of the sentence. Is what I mean understood as the past participle form of understand, and by you, so agent plus object of the passive voice. So option number D is correct. Sentence number 11. The noise of the traffic kept me awake. The noise of the traffic is subject, kept is verb, and me is object. Awake is a complement, or we can say additional information here. The noise of the traffic, subject, kept, verb, and me, object. So when we do the cross technique on this, I comes first, and as you can see, noise of the traffic kept me awake. This is a sentence from past simple, so we use was or were as the auxiliary verb in past simple sentence, and with I we use was. I was kept awake by the noise of the traffic. So option number A is correct. Sentence number 12. Before festivals, the shops are thronged with men, women and children making various purchases. In this sentence, there are a couple of additional information. The first information at the beginning, before festivals, and second information in the end, making various purchases. So the main sentence is the shops are thronged with men, women and children. When we bring it back to active voice, men, women and children come at the beginning. And then you can see are thronged is used. This phrase is used in the question sentence. So are thronged means this belongs to present simple. So when we convert the sentence into active voice, are thronged becomes only throng, comes in first form. So men, women and children throng the shops. So you can see option number D is correct. Both additional information being used at their places before festivals at the beginning and making various purchases in the end, and in between we have converted the main sentence into active voice. Men, women and children throng the shops. Sentence number 13. I don't like people keeping me waiting. So here you can see option A is correct. I don't like being kept waiting by people. Sentence number 14. Women like men to flatter them. To flatter them is additional information, and actual sentence is women like men. Women subject, like verb, men object. And this is a sentence from present simple. Very correct. So when we convert women like men into passive voice, it becomes men are liked by women, and additional information to flatter them. So option number D is correct here. Sentence number 15. People speak English all over the world. As you can see, all over the world is additional information, and the main sentence is people speak English. So when we convert this sentence into passive voice, this is a sentence from present simple, people speak English. This is a repeated action which is done or repeated all over the world. So this is present simple, and in present simple we use is, am, are as auxiliary verbs. So when we bring English at the beginning in cross technique, so we use is with English and spoken as the past participle form of speak, and by people as an agent plus object of the passive voice. All over the world comes as it is. So option number D is correct. English is spoken by people all over the world. Sentence number 16. He teaches us grammar. This is very simple. If you remember, I instructed you people about two objects in an active sentence and how to convert that sentence into passive voice in two different ways. So you can use object number 1 at the position of the subject in passive voice, and you can also use object number 2 at the position of subject in passive voice sentence. Here let's see which one of those two ways is given. We are taught grammar by him. So you can see us is coming at the beginning, so we have taken an indirect object at the position of the subject as cross technique, and option A is correct. We are taught, as this is he teaches us, is actually present simple, and we are using are as auxiliary verb in present simple and passive voice. We are, and then taught is the past participle form of teaches. So we are taught, and grammar comes as it is, as we are using, just consider this grammar as an additional information here. Okay, so we are taught grammar by him. Option A is correct. Sentence number 17. He was congratulated by his teacher on his brilliant success in the recent examination. In this sentence, as this is a passive sentence, he was congratulated, you can see, by his teacher. The main sentence is he was congratulated by his teacher. And on his brilliant success in the recent examination is the whole additional information given here. So what you have to do, you have to only convert he was congratulated by his teacher into active voice. So his teacher comes at the beginning, and as was congratulated is given here, so it means this is a sentence from past simple. Yes, very correct. So do you understand what I'm speaking and talking about? That's very good. Great. Was congratulated will come as congratulated in past simple form, in past simple. So his teacher congratulated him, and then the remaining additional information will come as it is, on his brilliant success in the recent examination. So option number D is correct. You can see that in the all three options A, B and C, additional information is not used fully. In the first sentence, his teacher congratulated him. This sentence is perfectly correct as the passive construction of he was congratulated by his teacher. But as there is no additional information used, we do not consider it as a correct sentence. The second sentence, his teacher congratulated him on his success. This is also 100% correct sentence as the passive construction of he was congratulated by his teacher, but still the additional information is used partially here. On his success is only used. And the third sentence also. So what we come to get, that we have to use the complete additional information in the passive construction. Sentence number 18. We require you to make tea at 11 o'clock. Option number D is correct here. You are required by us to make tea at 11 o'clock. We require you. These are three main elements of the sentence: subject, verb and object. We as subject, require as verb, and you as an object. To make tea at 11 o'clock is the additional information. We will use it as it is. Sentence number 19. I am doing sums. I believe that this is the easiest question in the whole test, and you people must have done it without any tension or burden. This is present continuous tense. I am doing sums. Sums will come at the beginning. We will use are as an auxiliary verb of present continuous and passive voice with sums, and are being is the actual auxiliary verb, and done as the past participle form of doing by me, agent plus object of the passive voice. Sentence number 20. The people elected him mayor. The main element of sentence in this sentence are the people, subject, elected, verb, and him, object. Him will come at the beginning as he, and then people elected him. This is a sentence from past simple, so we will use was as an auxiliary verb here. He was, and then past participle form of elected, that is also elected. He was elected mayor by the people. Sentence number 21. Someone pulled the bull violently. The bull will come at the beginning. Was pulled as the verb. Was is the auxiliary verb of passive voice, and pulled as the past participle form, and violently will come as it is as additional information, and by someone, agent plus object of the passive voice. So option A is correct here. Sentence number 22. The smugglers did not realize that their conversation was being recorded by someone. The smuggler did not realize will come as it is. Their conversation was being recorded by someone. This is a passive construction, and we have to convert it into active voice. So someone was recording their conversation is the correct form or active form of the passive sentence. Their conversation was being recorded by someone. So option D is correct answer. The sentence number 23. Has a dog ever bitten you? This is an interrogative sentence from present perfect. So as this is an interrogative sentence, we will use auxiliary verb at the beginning, even in passive voice. And the auxiliary verb of present perfect are has or have. And with you we use have. Have you ever been bitten by a dog? Have been as the auxiliary verb of present perfect in passive voice. So we bring have at the beginning in interrogative sentence, and been remains as it is at its original position, and then it becomes have you ever been bitten by a dog. Option B is correct. Sentence number 24. The principal has granted him a scholarship. This is also a very easy sentence. The principal has granted him a scholarship. This is also a present perfect sentence, and option number C is correct. He has been granted a scholarship by the principal. Sentence number 25. We all know that there is only one God. As you can see, we all know that there is only one God. In this, there is only one God is stative sentence, and stative sentence cannot be converted into passive voice. So we go to the first part of the sentence. We all know that this can be converted into passive voice. We all know that this is present simple. It is known by us all that there is only one God. So option A is correct. Sentence number 26. Don't laugh at me. This is an imperative sentence in negative form. So we will use don't let me be laughed at. As you know, in imperative sentences we always use let at the beginning of the passive sentence. Don't let me be laughed at. Option D is correct answer. Sentence number 27. They say that you did that. Option number B is correct here. You are said to have done that. Sentence number 28. Who taught you grammar? Option number B is correct. By whom were you taught grammar? And sentence number 29. Our colleague was given a gift by us when she retired. Option number A is correct. We gave our colleague a gift when she retired. When she retired is an additional information. Our colleague was given a gift by us is the original or actual sentence. In passive voice we have to convert that into active voice. So this is a past simple sentence. We gave our colleague a gift, and then additional information will come as it is when she retired. I hope, my dear students, you people had done your test of passive voice well, and now you have matched your answers with the ones which I have provided you or explained you today in this video session. You people should do every test in your register, and you should consider this test as the original test that you are sitting in a classroom and you are attempting a test, so that you should be able to fully understand what the sentences are and what the topic tells you about. We will meet again in the next video lecture, inshallah. Till then, take very good care of yourselves. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.